Welcome to Pilates Instructor Academy Pilates Teacher Training courses. This is a preview of Mat 101, Fundamental and Beginning Pilates Mat. Hello, my name is Amanda and I'll be your instructor. I've been a professional in the fitness industry for over 30 years and I've been teaching Pilates for over 18. I hold a master's degree in higher education curriculum development with an emphasis in exercise physiology. I've been a Pilates Method Alliance certified Pilates teacher since 2006. I've been training Pilates instructors for almost 2 decades, and I am a presenter at national fitness and Pilates conferences, including the Pilates Method Alliance annual meeting. I designed our courses to be high quality and affordable, safe, effective, and fun, but most of all, convenient. Online courses enable you to study on your own schedule, to set your own pace for learning. The purpose of this workshop is to help students learn the fundamental and beginning Pilates mat exercises in depth. When combined with Mat 102, Intermediate and Advanced Pilates Mat, students will be prepared to teach Pilates mat classes to healthy adults of varying skill. Fundamental and Beginning Pilates Mat covers the history of Mr. Pilates and his method of exercise, the anatomy of the pelvis, hip, and spine, including bones, joints, and muscles. Here's a quick preview. The skeletal system is divided into the axial skeleton, which is made up the head, spine, and rib cage, and the appendicular skeleton, which consists of the pelvis, arms, and legs. When the agonist shortens during an isotonic contraction, it is known as the concentric phase. When it lengthens back out, it is known as the eccentric phase. During the eccentric phase, tension increases in the muscle as it decelerates the load or body part that was moved, moving it against gravity. The synergists work with the agonists to help perform the movement, and together with the agonists are known as prime movers. These are the workhorses of the exercise. The antagonists oppose the agonists and lengthen or stretch during movements of an agonist. This helps the joint move through a proper range of motion without injury. Let's take a look at a real-world example with a Pilates exercise. In a Pilates roll-up, curling up off the floor is the concentric phase of an isotonic contraction. Remember, that was the shortening phase, using the abdominals and the hip flexors as the prime movers, while lowering back to the ground would be the eccentric phase. That's the lengthening out portion. And the back muscles are the antagonists. So as we initially roll up off the mat, this is the concentric phase, using the abdominals and the hip flexors as our prime movers, and lowering back down to the ground is the eccentric phase, slowly lengthening those same muscles back out. This workshop also covers the foundational components of Pilates movements, preparatory Pilates mat movements, and the beginning Pilates mat exercises. Here's a sample. Single leg stretch is our next exercise. Let's take a look. Finding neutral, holding that lumbar spine stable and steady. Curling up into an ab prep, bringing the legs to tabletop one at a time, and then going into our single leg stretch motion, alternating the legs in a bicycle. The primary joint motion here is thoracic spinal flexion, with the abdominal group being that primary mover. But then we also have hip and knee flexion and extension. We also cover stretches that work well in Pilates mat classes, how to design a Pilates mat class, including many different types of choreography styles, and contraindications for Pilates mat exercises. Here's a sample. We need to consider osteoporosis. And clients with osteoporosis should avoid all spinal flexion, which includes lumbar and thoracic spinal flexion. For clients who are flexion intolerant, for example, active low back disc injuries or osteoporosis, we can modify or vary exercises to meet their needs. Here's an example of half roll down. The half roll down begins with lumbar flexion and then moves into thoracic spinal flexion, which would be contraindicated for these people. So instead, you could teach this in a flat back and continue teaching the exercise in your class, but offer this as a variation to your lumbar disc injury clients or your students with osteoporosis. This course also includes a detailed manual, quizzes and exams to help the learning process, and a continuing education certificate which you'll receive upon completion of the course. When combined with MAT 102, you'll receive the manual, practical assignments, quizzes, and exams to help with your learning process, online MAT classes, which you can use for observation and self-practice, a personalized mentor experience, the CEC certificates for each course, and a final completion certificate when you've finished all of your requirements. Please feel free to contact me for any additional information. Amanda Imes at PilatesInstructorAcademy.com. Or you can reach me at 888-251-2080 or look us up at PilatesInstructorAcademy.com. I look forward to hearing from you soon.